4 months and 6 court appearances after a trespasser was injured by a warning shot. The rural landowner who fired the round is a free man. And while criminal charges against Edouard Maurice, the 33-year-old accused of multiple firearms offences and aggravated assault, have been dropped by the Crown, a defense lawyer said the case sets no precedent when it comes to protection of property, the law that relates to self-defense and defense of property. There are limitations to it, said Edouard, a Calgary-based criminal defense lawyer. It's not open season on anyone who walks through your front gate. Police said Maurice shot at 2 trespassers on his rural property near Okotoks in the early morning hours of Feb. 24 when a man and woman were rummaging through a vehicle when the shots were fired. Maurice's lawyer Tony Ralston said a forensic ballistics report showed one of the trespassers was injured by a ricochet, not a direct shot aimed at the intruder. Ryan Watson, who was treated in hospital for a gunshot injury, has been charged with trespassing at night, mischief to property, theft, drug and probation charges. Stephanie Ann Martins, 30, of Okotoks was also arrested following the incident and faces charges of trespassing at night, theft and mischief. Back in 2009, there was the defense counsel for Alberta farmer Brian Knight, convicted of criminal negligence causing bodily harm for hitting a man with lightbird shot from a shotgun as the man was trying to steal a TV from Knight's property. Knight was sentenced to 90 days in jail to be served on weekends, but the Alberta Court of Appeal later ruled that the punishment didn't fit the crime and instead gave Knight a suspended sentence. There was the defense counsel for Alberta farmer Brian Knight, convicted of criminal negligence causing bodily harm for hitting a man with lightbird shot from a shotgun as the man was trying to steal a TV from Knight, a Euro trademark sign-s property. Colleen Deneve, Calgary Herald, said the 2 cases are similar but different, and each instance of self-defense and protection of property depends on the unique circumstances of each case. Maurice's case is no precedent because all these cases are very fact-specific, so it doesn't set a precedent one way or another, said. Edouard, president of the Alberta Rural Crime Watch, warned rural property owners not to view Maurice's victory in court as a license to open fire on intruders. The point is, we cannot start taking our weapons and start protecting our property by doing vigilante justice, DeWitt said. This turned out to be not a big problem for Mr. Maurice, but if it would have been a fatality it would have been very stressful on his family and very costly. DeWitt said the RCMP's Integrated Crime Reduction Unit has already helped cut back on rural crime in the province, adding frequent tips to police about suspicious vehicles have also had an impact on crime reduction. He said rural Albertans can give themselves an advantage against criminals by locking up equipment and making sure properties are well lit and visible from roadways. We have to get back to the basics, DeWitt said. We must watch out for suspicious activity, report it to the RCMP, Rumbold at postmedia.com and Twitter, @RCrumbold.